Hi, I'm Becca, and I am a 23-year-old personal trainer who's completing my associate's degree in exercise science. I'm doing this online at International Sports Sciences Association, which is now known as Lionel University, and I am currently studying sports performance enhancement. In this video, I will be coaching a rugby player through a post-season training program. Jake is the athlete, and he plays the position of a flanker, and his main goals in the sport are to tackle the opposing team and try to steal the ball. The flanker position in rugby utilizes the entire body and must train strength, power, and agility in particular, and speed is also a critical component of the flanker position. This slide demonstrates what a post-season training program would look like for a rugby player. So up front, I've got, for Monday, we've got strength, Tuesday we've got cardio or HIIT, and then Wednesday strength again. Thursday could be cardio or HIIT, and then we'll just do 2 off days on Friday and Sunday, and then on Saturday will be a yoga and flexibility training day. The videos that follow this slide will demonstrate the 2 strength days on Monday and Wednesday. So for Monday, it'll be upper body strength. We'll start with overhead presses using 40-pound dumbbells and do 12 times 3 for that. The Smith machine barbell shrug also will do 15 pounds, 12 times 3. Lat pull downs with 50 pounds. And just as a reminder, all of these are specific to the athlete and his body weight and what his maximum is. For those lat pull downs, it'll be 12 times 3. Barbell bench press will be with 50 pounds, 12 times 3. We'll do some seated cable rows with 60 pounds. 10 times 3, tricep cable extensions with 50 pounds, 12 times 3, and barbell bicep curls with 50 pounds each, 8 times 3. We'll do some dumbbell rows with 25 pounds, and that'll be 8 times 3, and then lastly we'll do a dumbbell fly with 15 pounds, 8 times 3. You'll also be able to see the warm-up and cool-down process before this strength day on Monday. The warm-up includes dynamic warm-up, which will either be jumping jacks or on the treadmill, and then the cool down will consist of either treadmill, elliptical, or static stretching. So for the second strength day on Wednesday, we'll focus on lower body. I had the athlete do the squat machine with 115 pounds, 12 repetitions, 3 sets. And then we also did the leg extension machine with 60 pounds, that'll be 10 times 3. The hamstring curls will be at 50 pounds, 10 times 3, and then we did the hip abductor machine, which was at 40 pounds, 12 times 3, the hip adductor machine with 30 pounds, 12 times 3, and then we did the dumbbell Romanian deadlift, that was at 25 pounds each with 8 times 3, and then also the Smith machine squats, 55 pounds, and 8 times 3 for that one. So as part of the warm-up, we did a 10-minute jog on the treadmill. I also had the athlete do a dynamic stretch with a resistance band. To start off the upper body strength, we've got the overhead press with 40-pound dumbbells. This was at 12 repetitions and then 3 sets. Next up for upper body strength, we have the Smith machine barbell shrug. This is with 50 pounds and it's 12 repetitions and 3 sets total. For this exercise, we have the lat pull downs with 50 pounds. This one is 12 repetitions and 3 sets. In this video, the athlete is demonstrating the barbell bench press. He's using 50 pounds worth of weight and he is doing 12 repetitions and 3 sets total. Next is the tricep cable extensions at 50 pounds with 12 repetitions and 3 sets total. And now we have the seated cable rows using 60 pounds total. We've got 10 repetitions, 3 sets total. Here the athlete is demonstrating barbell bicep curls using 50 pounds and doing 8 repetitions and 3 sets total. 6, 7, 8. Here the athlete is doing a dumbbell row using 25 pounds, doing 8 repetitions and 3 sets. He's keeping proper form by keeping his back nice and straight. And lastly, for the upper body strength day, we've got dumbbell flies with 15 pounds and 8 repetitions, 3 sets total. I had the athlete start his cool down for upper body day using the elliptical for 5 minutes total. And to finish up the upper body strength day, I had the athlete do some static stretching of the arms. And now moving on to Wednesday for the lower body strength day, I had the athlete do a 10-minute warm-up on the bike. For another part of the dynamic warm-up, I had the athlete do some walking lunges. He did about 10 of these down and back across the room. 30 jumping jacks also make for a great dynamic warm-up. And now getting into the lower body strength exercises, we started off with the squat machine at 115 pounds, 12 repetitions, 3 sets total. Next I had Jake do the leg extension machine using 60 pounds, and that was 10 repetitions, 3 sets total. Here he is demonstrating hamstring curls using 50 pounds. He did 10 repetitions, 3 sets total of this one. Now he is demonstrating the hip abductor machine using 40 pounds and doing 12 repetitions, 3 sets total of this. 8, 9, and 12. Now moving on to the hip adductor machine, 30 pounds weight and 12 repetitions, 3 sets total. 12. Here the athlete is demonstrating the dumbbell Romanian deadlift using 25-pound dumbbells and doing 8 repetitions, 3 sets max of this one. He does a great job demonstrating the proper hip hinge movement, keeping the weights close to his body and not curving his back. 7, and 8. And for another great lower body strength exercise, we've got him doing the Smith machine squats at 55 pounds, 8 repetitions, 3 sets max. The kettlebell swing is also another great option to add to any workout. It targets the whole body, but it's also great for lower body as well. To start his cool down for the lower body strength day, I had Jake do 5 minutes of walking on the treadmill. He was at a level 3 speed and 5% incline. I had the athlete finish up with some static stretching for the lower body. Take notice that in his static stretches, he is not bouncing or moving his body to prevent injury. He finished up with a dynamic stretch that works on his hip flexors. As far as the other days in the training program, working on cardio or doing HIIT workouts is extremely important for pretty much any sport, especially rugby. The flanker position in particular needs to be extremely fast and agile. So working on anything from sprints or jogging or burpees, anything like that would be great to include in a cardio workout. Since this is a post-season training program for a rugby player, we're not trying to go extremely crazy on this. That's why I've got 2 off days, and then one of the days is kind of a more chill, like yoga and flexibility training. Since he already just had the competitive season, at this point we're just trying to keep general fitness and work on skills related to the sport. An example for one of the HIIT or cardio days should include a lot of running and just keeping it at a high intensity. You want to keep that heart rate up. So a good warm-up should just include dynamic stretching, jumping jacks, jogging on a treadmill, elliptical, things like that. Then for the duration of the actual workout part, you want to include things like sprints, you want to do burpees, you want to be able to do maybe even some core workouts, like different ab things like Russian twists, planking, things like that. Even though that those are more like static workouts, they're still going to get the heart rate up and just help to include the whole body in that workout. Make sure to include a majority of plyometric exercises in those HIIT and cardio days. Things like high jumps and jump rope and box jumps, even clap push-ups are all examples of great plyometric exercises. You want these workouts to include a lot of high intensity, high power movements, even squat jumps, things like that to just really get the heart rate up but work out all aspects of the body are ideal for these days. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can add different free weights or dumbbells or kettlebells to the workouts to make them even more challenging. The kettlebell swing that was demonstrated earlier on in this video is great for working out the whole body. Just make sure that you focus on proper body mechanics and proper form when performing these workouts. As far as yoga and flexibility training, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, but my personal choice would just be to take a legit yoga class. Another topic that I really wanted to touch on in this video is the hip hinge. This has been super interesting for me to learn about in my studies with sports performance enhancement. For reference, this is the textbook that we used for this course. It is by Thomas D. Fahey, and it's just the course textbook that we used in this class that I needed to get my associate's degree. So the hip hinge is important for pretty much any sport. Since we're talking about rugby, it's also great for that one too. And honestly, you can't really perfect any type of major lifts without having the hip hinge perfected first. And in the book, it just talks about how powerful movements usually begin in the lower body using the hip and thigh muscles. So it's important to just maintain a neutral, stiff spine during most of the movements, and the core muscles do act as a spring to transfer force from the lower body to the upper body. So you want to be able to have good core strength throughout all of this as well. And so the hip hinge, it's pretty easy to learn. There's different ways that you can learn it and learn how to perfect it. Kettlebell swing is a great one for teaching younger athletes on how to perfect the hip hinge. Also doing chair squats is a great method to learn how to properly do it. Doing step-ups onto a stool, unweighted squats, just practicing regular unweighted squats before you move on to adding like a barbell or dumbbells to the squats is also super helpful. And just to bring this video to a close, I just wanted to say that you don't have to necessarily go in order of the training program that I specifically made for this athlete. You can definitely mix up the workouts, change the order of things, add things, take things away, whatever's specific to you. And most of all, just have fun with it. Do exercises that you're actually going to enjoy. Focus on, focus on the basics first. Focus on getting the movements correct and form and everything before really getting into the heavier weights. And yeah, if you have any questions on, reps or sets or how to figure out what your max is, leave me a comment, send me a message. I would love to make you a plan in the future or work with you. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.